And overall, it's just, you know, just not really your best option when it comes to the NES, or for any system really. This is probably one of the worst sticks I've owned. So yeah, it's pretty light, it's pretty small, not a big base for your hands. You can use it like a gamepad, if you'd like to, or like a traditional joystick, but I just wouldn't really use it for serious arcade play. There's also a clone of it called the Hyper Stick, and this one's made with the American, European, PAL, you know, pretty much everywhere but Japan controller port. So that's nice. If you have a hankering for one of these, this one will work. This Hyper Stick will work in a regular NES. But it's pretty much just identical to the Joystick 7, kind of a ripoff of the Hori. This one doesn't really click as much, the joystick, so that makes me think that not all Joystick 7s were like that. But again, just really small base, so not your first choice. So now we're going to look at some bigger, beefier, better ASCII sticks. This is the exact same stick actually. It's just one has blue, kind of purple buttons, and this one has gray buttons. So I really love this stick. It's got this really nice brushed plastic finish, very elevated sticks. They've got great spacing between the buttons and the joystick. The biggest selling point for me though is it has an authentic micro switch joystick, just like an arcade stick would have in an arcade. So I mean, it's not literally an arcade micro switch stick, but it's really nice, really responsive, got lots of good punch, just really great. This third button here actually isn't a button at all. It's just a dial for the turbo, but it allows greater spacing between both hands, which is a really nice thing. The buttons themselves are fine. They're fine. They're not excellent like arcade buttons or anything, but they don't get in the way. They feel good. Just like the NES Advantage has LEDs for button A and B, this actually has 4 LEDs for the joystick too, and some people might not like that, but it really doesn't distract you at all. But what's really nice is it lets you know that your joystick is responsive, and that it's activating. And this is just really great. It's nice to know you have a stick that's really reactive, especially for a lot of those unforgiving arcade NES games. You know that your joystick isn't going to let you down. So yeah, this is probably, I would either recommend this stick or the next stick I'm just about to show you as the best stick on NES or Famicom. They're really, really great standout sticks. I would definitely pick one up if you could, either on eBay or Yahoo Auctions Japan. Don't pay too much for one of these joysticks though. I see a lot of people on there trying to charge like $100 for some of the stuff, and it's really just that's price bloating. So don't go that high. The last stick I'm going to show you is ironically what all the other ASCII sticks are based off of. It's the original ASCII stick. Now this took me a while to first know that it existed and then actually track one down. Actually, in truth, they're not that hard to find on Yahoo Auctions Japan. You just got to know what you're looking for. But this is kind of like the holy grail of all sticks. It's probably one of the oldest arcade joysticks, not joysticks like, you know, Atari style, but actual arcade joysticks made for home consoles, and certainly for the Famicom. It's got a really basic design. It's got a metal front plate, metal sides, metal back. This thing is hefty. I was really surprised to find out that it was metal when I picked it up, because I thought it'd have maybe a metal front plate, but it's really hefty. Another thing that really shocked me is it actually has a micro switch stick, just like an arcade stick, and that really surprised me, just for such an old stick, that it would have a micro switch. The buttons are really great too. I mean, they're not like arcade quality standard, but I love how they even have this little ring, just like an arcade buttons would have. Just to kind of give you that extra arcade feel. It's got a really clean design, no turbo, really huge spacing, so you're definitely not going to feel cramped with this stick. Just really minimalistic design. I love it. I would say this is the winner, best NES or Famicom stick.